Hey there, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel. I'm in my sewing space in my den, and today I want to show you how to make this really cute little bracelet, kind of a boho inspired. It says blessed, and it's made with a upcycled zipper, some leftover denim, and this little piece of funky painted fabric canvas that I did, and the little printed words. So don't go away. I'll show you how to do it. I was at my friend Perlene's coffee shop the other day, and she used to do jewelry. Now she just mostly makes coffee. But anyway, she had these cute little bracelets, and I thought, those are so sweet. Can I use these as inspiration? So hers have leather and this pretty ribbon. Anyway, and I have lots of zippers, and they have a little zipper edge to them. And she said, yes, you can use that as inspiration. So I hope y'all will be inspired too. Okay, so I looked and I looked and I looked for cute ribbon. Couldn't find. And I finally found this one that's kind of westerny, southwest, whatever. That's really not exactly my style. And so I was at Joann's with some friends. We were looking for something else. And I touched this roll of ribbon that was kind of funky, cool, tie-dye looking thing, and I'm like, wait, okay, I've got inspiration. So this is a piece of canvas, primed canvas, because I have done some very large mural pieces, like 5 foot by 7 foot, kind of, and 8 foot by 10 foot murals. Anyway, this was some scrap of some already primed canvas, and so I would just kind of clean my brushes off, and then one thing leads to another, and get the stamps out and some stencils out, and just do some freehand stuff. So it's nice and firm, and the edges are fused, so I decided that's what I'm going to use for in place of my ribbon. And then I also have, and you can get these, I have some cat hair too. Thank you, Kitty No. Anyway, on my blog, myhallcloset.com, you can go over there and subscribe, and I've got a sheet of words that you can download, and I've got another video that I did with this where I downloaded this onto canvas, it's printable canvas, and I'll put the link for that also in the description box below. Anyway, so I just selected with one word. Of course, mine are all Jesus words, and if you want to do something else, other kinds of words, you can do that. Or if you can find this really cool sew-on embellishment, oops, get in this frame, there it is, sew-on embellishment. I couldn't find any of those, so I was kind of like, okay, couldn't find the button, couldn't find the ribbon. Anyway, but I was inspired, so I needed to do something. And I had an old zipper. So, you know, if you've got an old zipper, then you've got to start with that. Anyway, so she's got leather on the back of hers. I'm going to use denim. And I've cut my denim at 9 inches long and 2 inches wide. My zipper is together, and I used it on something else, so the pull tab is gone, so it's no good for anything. But do I throw anything away? I don't think so. But I've made a clip here at 8 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and split that like that, make it easier to cut, and it won't tear up my scissors so bad. And I am not going to use a good pair of scissors to cut this. So cut that. This is at 8 inches. This is not going to go back together. Do I need to keep this? Probably not. Am I? Sure. Who knows? So that's going to be on my edge. And I've got my little piece. This is cut 3/4 inches wide, which is about what a piece of ribbon, either, you know, 1 to 3/4 inches wide. Looks like it might be a little wider. Nope, on one end than the other. Anyway, and this is 8 inches long. The zipper's 8 inches long. I've got a 6 to 7 inch length of little cord, elastic cord that I'll put, and then I've got a shank button. You need to have a button that has a little shank on it. So my little button, it's just a little clear, and it's really unusual because it doesn't sew at the sides. It sews through the middle. Anyway, so now I'm going to go to the sewing machine. What I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is stitch this little word that says blessed. I'm going to stitch that down to just this little piece of art fabric, art canvas. And then I'm going to turn these edges under, like maybe about a 1/2 inch, They couldn't meet. We'll see how that works. And then my zipper is going to go on the top of that, like that. So the zipper is to the edge. There'll be a little peak. Anyway, I'll show you all that at the sewing machine, and then this is going to go on the top of that. So I need to make sure everything is spaced right, all my folds are right, but I'll see you at the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch this blessed in black, and I will stitch close to the edge. I don't know why I was lining it up. I could zigzag it, maybe do a straight stitch on one end across the top and bottom and then zigzag, but I'm just going to do straight stitch. Do a little bit smaller stitch. And I'm going a little beyond. I want to kind of have a messy look to it. So let me go off the edge just a little bit here. I don't want to stitch over my lettering, so get over here. Alright, so that messiness kind of goes with the rest of the messiness that's on the paint technique that's on there. Like that pretty good. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is stitch up. I'm going to find the middle of my piece of denim. I could mark it with a little chalk pen or something like that. I'm just going to put a pin in it. Okay, I have the middle of my denim, I folded that in half, and the middle of my zipper pinned. And you know what, I probably need to do both. No, it'll be okay. Alright, so now I'm going to fold this over like about 1/2 inch. And this is going to be the inside. Alright, and then I want my green of my zipper teeth to the top. So that's my middle, and I want a little bit of the denim to show. So I'll be putting some of these in my Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop is also my hall closet. I've got some vintage things over there, and I'm fixing to be adding some more vintage stuff, and then some of these little fun, funky pieces. Alright, so I want to stitch this close to the zipper teeth, and right now the needle is right in the middle of that foot, so I need to change my needle position to where it'll be on the outside. And again, I want a little bit of that denim to show. I just don't want to sew the teeth or my fingers. And I think this is a little bit long for my turn under, so I'm going to stop a little short of the end of this so I can cut some of that off. Okay. Because I want to be able to turn over like about 1/2 inch. All right. So this end is good. So I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Okay, I have this folded in, and it's a smidge over 1 inch. So it's about 1 1/8 or almost 1 1/4 inches. And again, the green side of the zipper up, even it up down on this side, come in just a little tatty bit, like that. I'm going to start inside just a little bit so it doesn't scooch so bad on me. Back up. we go. Before I close up the end, what I want to do, I've already done one side just to make sure that I was doing this right. And so I've just got a nail, and I'm going to poke through both of these layers of fabric and make sure that I don't poke my own finger. And kind of worry that out a little bit. Now I've already got this one through. I'm going to tie it on this side, so I just need the loop to go through this way. So I'm going to use a crochet hook. This one's not a very big one, but it's big enough to hold that. And I'm going to put that crochet hook into that hole that I've already worried out. I'm going to go ahead and go down a little bit so it'll expand the hole just a little bit more. And then pull back, loop the elastic underneath that, and I'm going to hold that pretty firm so I can make sure I've got some resistance to pull that through. There we go. And I've cut more than what I need. So we'll stitch this down on this end and tie a knot here. And then we're going to stitch this down, and then we're going to adjust and see where we need to put a button. So that's the next thing. Move my sewing machine back over here and get this stitched in place. If this was a nylon zipper rather than a metal zipper, you wouldn't have to be so careful over this area. But I really want to kind of baby that. Put my needle. I've changed back to my regular presser foot and putting my needle position back in the middle. And make sure I'm walking that down to make sure that I don't get on that metal of that zipper pull. Watch my fingers. Right up to, oh good, I missed it, yay, right up to that edge. And then I'm just still going to walk this real careful. Alright, and here we go back again over some of the teeth. So being real easy, and there may not be any teeth right in that little section. There's not. And this is also going to catch my elastic. Just going slow and easy. Right on that edge. Careful, careful, there we go, and then turn it, and then I'm going to come back one more time across this. There we go. And I'll stop right there in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. I think that'll be good. So I'm going to scoop my button in just about an inch. Now I've got I'm using, it's button thread. You don't have to use button thread. But that's what I'm using. So I'm going in about an inch, maybe just a smidgy bit more to make sure that it's got a little bit of stretch to it on my elastic. So this is probably one of those classes that they need to still have in school, is how to sew a button on. Although I don't know how many things. Well, there's some things that have buttons on them these days. We didn't have t-shirts to speak of other than, well, we did have t-shirts. I mean, kind of like the Fonzie, you know, he wore t-shirts, but the girls didn't wear t-shirts whenever I was growing up. We wore blouses. All right, and see, that's with a shank, it's got enough room for that elastic to go there and then to hold, to secure it. Well, I keep slinging it everywhere. So let's do about 4 stitches through. That's going to be 3. I want to thank y'all for watching. Be sure you like and subscribe and share me with your friends. I love that we've passed 15,000. I'm so excited about that. Yay! I've got all kinds of free goodies over on my blog. Printables and sewing patterns and ideas and things that you can download for free. Then I have some things that are for sale on my Etsy store, which is also my haul closet. You don't have to subscribe there. You just go and buy it if you want it. All right, tie that off. All right, now let's tie this off. And I'm just going to do an overhand knot. So both of the ends are straight-ish. All right, I have the button on, and I have my this tied where I need it to be, and I've cut the little ends off a little bit. And let's try this on. There we go. There it is. All right, like that. That's pretty cute. I think I like that pretty good. Kind of just looking funky cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And you be blessed. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.